So this is how to change the deck on all of our single motor boards. So you can swap between the Mini and the Maxi. And the Maxi's got a few different options as well. So you want to put the board on its side, I'll face it that way, and then put something underneath to hold it in place. And then you want to take the front truck off first. Put that to one side and take the riser pad off and the bolts out, and then you want to do the same for the rear truck. And then you want to pull that truck off and then just put it to the side. Obviously it's still attached by the wire. And then you've got the battery case, so if you rest the battery case flat on the table, and then again there's 6 bolts for the battery case. Just want to take each one of those out in turn. And then just take all of those out. And then you can remove the deck. Take the riser pad off the back. That's the carver deck for the Maxi board, and we're going to swap this to the Mini board deck. You're going to grab the Mini board deck to put onto the board, and so the easiest way to do this is to put the trucks on first. So you want to take your bolts, and it's easiest to put the front truck on first. So if you put the 4 bolts in and then put the deck flat on its back, I'll just move these to the side. Deck flat on its back, and put the riser pad on the front and the front truck. And for now you can just hand tighten the bolts. It's easy to tighten them later when you can balance the board on its wheels. So that's the front truck on, and then you want to move the back truck over, and again you want to put the bolts through for the rear truck. And then lay it flat on the table, and then you want to take the riser pad. Each riser pad has a split here, which means that the wire can be routed underneath the truck. So if you put that on with the slot facing away from you, with the board facing to the left, and then with the battery case the wrong way up, you want to take the wire and route it through the truck like this, so that you can see it will fit nicely into the slot that's created there. This can be a bit fiddly, so you just need to maneuver it around until it goes into place and pull some of the wire through so there's not too much excess on this side of the motor. Again, put the bolts on, tighten them into place, just hand tight's okay for now. And then this is the important bit. On each battery case there is a rubber divider which protects the wiring when it goes from the motor going into the battery case. You want to place that over the half moon gap there, and then make sure that the wires aren't twisted, and place them so that the wire sits nicely in that central gap. There will be some slack between here and the truck. That's fine as long as the wire is not pointing up towards the motor, which could rub and that kind of thing. And then the easiest way to do this is to hold the battery case in place on the deck, and then tilt the board to the side like this. And then if you locate each bolt and look through the gap and locate each one onto the internal threads in the battery case. It's easiest to do one at the back and then the opposite one at the front, and that way the battery case will be held in place and you can put the board on its wheels. So if you tighten the back one so that the wire's kept trapped in that gap, and you should never put the board on its wheels with just one bolt tightened, because it can fall and pull the bolt out. So you want to make sure there's at least 2, like these 2 here, and then tighten that one up. It's easiest if you squeeze the battery case upwards, and then it's quite easy to wind in. And then again, just quickly check that the wire is still going through the hole in the back of the battery pack. And then it's just a case of tightening the other bolts into place. If you can't locate some of the bolts, just squeeze the battery case in slightly until it locates into the thread there. Again, these don't want to be over tightened, just hand tight, so that they pull the battery case into the foam gasket that's between the battery case and the deck. The battery case should be on securely, and then the next step again is to rest the board on its side and tighten up the trucks. On the rear truck, you need to make sure that the wire goes through the block riser and out of the truck and isn't trapped anywhere on its way through there. And then just tighten up each truck. Check everything's tight, check that the battery case is tight up against the deck, and that is how to change the deck on a single motor Slick Revolution board.